How's it going, everyone? Daniel Rodriguez here. It's time to review another movie. Today I'm going to be reviewing the latest movie to be directed by Ben Falcone. He directed movies such as Tammy with Melissa McCarthy, his wife, Melissa McCarthy, who stars in this one, man. She wrote it and as well her husband directed it. So I did not know that. When it said at the end directed by Ben Falcone, I was like, hey, because I remember seeing Ben Falcone's always with Melissa McCarthy in movies, like little cameos, little things. And I was like, alright, wasn't that bad of directing, honestly, but we'll get to that in a minute. But Ben Falcone directed this movie, and of course, it has an estimated budget of $29 million. Almost $30 million, folks. That's for a comedy. Always go over budget, but alright. Either way, it's $29 million. It has Kristen Bell, starring Kristen Bell in here, and Peter Dinklage. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here's my non-spoiler review for The Boss. First off with the pros, man, I have to say Melissa McCarthy is great in here, man. Now, not great as in, give her an Oscar or something, but I've never saw Tammy, I never have, but I heard that movie was just total, complete, utter shit. But I heard it's bad, but, Ben Falcone definitely did a better job here for sure. I could assume, because I've been hearing, and I have a feeling that this is better than Tammy, of course, obviously. Now, the Melissa McCarthy, does she play the same character every time? Does she always... And with that, identity thief and everything, this is a different sort of character. I believe it's Michelle Darnell, her character. And it's different in aspects of the way she plays it. But I will say that she is funny in the way that she created the character, the way that she portrayed the character. It's almost like, it's different from other things. Like, there's parts of her that are from other things that she's done. But just this character alone is the interesting part of the movie, obviously, because she is the boss. And we see this journey, not like a big old Lord of the Rings journey, but we do see her go through these things and struggles and happiness throughout the movie that I found a little bit interesting. Now, Peter Dinklage is in this movie as well, who was like the love interest, or, technically ex-love, and now he's like the villain. His name is Ronald, but he's like a samurai now, and Ronald, he called me Ronald. And I gotta tell you, Peter, everything he does, besides Game of Thrones, he's so amazing in there. We know he's a great actor, we do, but when he goes to comedy movies or when he goes to a movie, he just picks the wrong movies. Literally, whatever he, I want to play, it's not okay, might as well, get a little extra money out of it. But, really, Peter Dinklage is fantastic. But I do like Peter Dinklage being in this movie, but I don't like the character he plays. I would have loved for him to be something else in this movie, maybe. Hell, I would have loved him just to be the main love interest instead of being a ex-love villain sort of thing. You know what I mean? I'd rather would him been a love interest in a love thing than just him being a sword samurai. All that. That's where it just got all messed up for me. But seeing Peter Dinklage, I thought that was cool. And his voice that he did, I did like that. That's what made me laugh the most. This movie is not all funny. It has a few funny scenes. That's it. Few funny scenes. Everyone else in the theater. It was a Tuesday morning. A lot of elderly people there at 12 in the morning. Not 12 at midnight, but 12 in the morning. And everyone is just kind of laughing and, elderly, and it's easier, But there's a part, just in the opening where everything goes down. And, of course, there's this cameo appearance by a rap singer. That's all I'll say. And it's kind of just this rap going on, and I'm kind of oh, really? There's just parts where I don't laugh. There's just some parts where it just doesn't work for me. Kristen Bell, I haven't seen her in a long time, man. It's been quite some time since I've seen her actually in a movie. She is good in here. She's not great or anything, but she's definitely adds something to the film. The other character, you have, Melissa McCarthy, and then you have her character. Woman who got arrested for, stock trading and everything, whatever, for that, and then you have the actual mom, and, Melissa McCarthy's character really doesn't fit in with this family because, she's different, of course. So it definitely, it's very hard to explain, honestly. I thought it was just an okay film. It has its moments, and then it doesn't. It's a few funny scenes. Melissa McCarthy, she's great for what she plays as Michelle Darnell. She definitely does do a lot of improvisation. But the problem with this movie, now going to the cons, the real problem with this movie is the way the jokes go. Sure, it's funny, and then they add to the scene, they add more, and it just kills the joke. There are a few multiple scenes in the movie where it does a funny joke, haha, you laugh, I laugh, and then they just continue with the joke, and then it just kills it. It literally just kills the joke, and you're kind of like, can you edit, cut here, and go to the next scene or something? Because it literally does go on forever with the jokes sometimes. And it also becomes like 3 different movies within this movie, man. It comes like where redemption for Melissa McCarthy's character and, the whole jail thing. Also, it becomes a heist movie at a time. It becomes this movie about raising an empire and everything and the Brownie Company. It becomes so many movies mixed in with one that it's kind of hard to, you kind of wish you stayed with one plot. Because I'm just saying, like, the whole heist thing, come on now. I mean, how many heist movies have we seen over the past few years and over the past many decades? Heist movie. Ant-Man was a heist movie too, but at least it added, something of flavor. This is just a comedy, and then it adds a heist. I'm like, really? Who added a heist? Whose idea was that to add a heist into this, man? Peter Dinklage's character, like I told you, I did enjoy Peter Dinklage in the movie being in. Like I didn't like his character, but I enjoyed him being in the movie. But his character alone, like his samurai Ronald, I'm like, really? All right, like whoever wrote that character for him, I just, that's one of the things where I did like Ben Falcone's directing. Like Ben Falcone himself, he's not a great director, but I did enjoy the idea of what him and Melissa McCarthy had, the idea of where they wanted to take this character, but then it just kind of scrambled all with the many plots. The jokes just kept on going, and then, Peter Dinklage's character was just kind of like the goofy, unrealistic guy. So overall, I'm going to end up giving The Boss a 6.4 out of a 10. I thought it was an okay movie. Is it worth watching in general? Yes. Now, in theaters, I would just say wait for rental, honestly, unless you want to, if you're a big Melissa McCarthy fan, and I do enjoy her, if you like her comedy, and you enjoyed all her movies thus far, then go ahead and check it out, man. Watch the trailer. If you like the trailer, then most definitely you'll end up enjoying the movie. I didn't think it's a great movie. It's not really a good movie. It's just an okay movie. It's a movie where I'll watch it again, one day probably, but not anytime soon within the, foreseeable future. But it's a movie where, like, oh, it's on TV. Like, all right, in a few years if it's on TV, little sneak peek, little look at it, and then just turn off, like, you know what I mean? It's not like a movie that, I'm never going to watch this movie again. It is funny scenes, Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Bell, all them. They all do a good job for what they have to do. And that's about it, man. I did like the Brownie Empire stuff, the art drawings for the Girl Scouts and everything are selling brownies. So I did enjoy that. So 6.4 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about The Boss, whether you're going to see it or not now. And I'll be seeing you for more reviews coming very soon, man. The Jungle Book, Demolition, Midnight Special, so much more. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. Thanks again. Bye-bye.